Tonight, a landmark television event that was 50 years in the making. ABC's 50th anniversary celebration, starring Tim Allen, Jim Belushi, Ryan O'Neal and Farrah Fawcett, Michael J. Fox, Jennifer Garner, Bonnie Hunt, Jimmy Kimmel, George Lopez, Susan Lucci, John Ritter, Roseanne, John Travolta.
Don't you think it's about time you did the right thing and came back and got that high school diploma? Where?
Damon Wayans, Oprah Winfrey, and more. Plus, cast reunions from Welcome Back Kotter, The Love Boat, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, The Mod Squad, NYPD Blue, Family Matters, and The Brady Bunch. And also featuring rare film clips from the last half century.
Am I gonna love this?
Now, ABC's 50th anniversary celebration.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
Am I gonna love this?
Let's go, don't wait, this night's almost over. Honest, let's make this night last forever. Forever and ever, let's make this 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 last forever.
Tonight, from the Pantages Theater in the heart of Hollywood, a look back at 5 fabulous decades of great television. The stars have gathered to celebrate half a century of exciting shows, unforgettable moments, and landmark events on ABC's 50th anniversary celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Alias, Golden Globe winner, Jennifer Garner.
Thank you. As one of the newest members of the network family, welcome to ABC's 50th anniversary. It all started in February 1953. Ike and Mamie occupied the White House. You could buy a loaf of bread for 35 cents. And ABC won its very first Emmy for a comedy called Make Room for Daddy, starring Danny Thomas. And that was just the beginning. We have so many great moments and memories to share with you tonight. To start the party, here's a guy we knew as Vinnie Barbarino. Please welcome John Travolta.
From the very first week that ABC went on the air, there were sitcoms. Ozzie and Harriet, Donna Reed, The Real McCoys. From the very beginning, half-hour comedies have been part of the network's rich tradition. So here are some of the best.
Barbarino. Vinnie Barbarino. These are my people.
What's happening?
Hi, Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Chuck Triple. How do you do?
What does a yellow light mean? Slow down. Okay. Whoa. Yellow light mean.
How are you gonna top that one, pig? What are you smiling about?
Just picturing you topless.
It's at a drugstore yesterday. I'll pay you back tomorrow.
I don't know if I have enough money. What is it anyway?
Vanishing cream.
My treat.
Oh, my.
Oh, who's your deputy, Mayor?
I want some booty. I want you to spank me.
Baby doll.
In the news I've got. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had company. He's not going out dressed like that, is he?
No, it's too chilling. I'll take a wrap.
Bye, Barrett.
This is my sister, Hildegard.
Well, hello there.
And this is my sister, Buffy.
Good for you. You're gay. So what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to Disneyland.
How am I supposed to talk to a woman about what's going on in Manland?
Manland? Now you got a theme park between your legs?
Family time. It's fantastic.
Hey, knock it off.
Spinner? Spinner.
You're the most wonderful, beautiful, sexy, thing. I really, really love you.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the star and creator of Welcome Back, Kotter, Gabe Kaplan.
You know, John, it's been 24 years since you left Buchanan High.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't you think it's about time you did the right thing and came back and got that high school diploma?
Well, geez, Mr. Kotter, you're always picking on me. Nobody ever graduated from that school.
You know something? You're right. You're not alone.
What?
There are other guys that didn't graduate either.
Where?
Right here. Here are Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Robert Hedges, Ron Palillo, and the lady who had to listen to me talk about my uncle, Marsha Strassman.
Good evening, Dad. Good evening, Mrs. Anderson.
Can I interest you in one of Brother John's Bibles? Daddy says they're infinitely more practical than the plastic statues and the bumper stickers we were selling this time last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett, and from Peyton Place, Ryan O'Neal.
Hi. Adultery and deception. I guess TV hasn't changed much in 40 years. We were trendsetters, baby.
We were.
Yeah.
Yes, we were. And it's amazing how many of today's stars got their start on ABC. You know everybody in these clips, but I bet you won't recognize all of them. So see how you do.
Now, see here, Rick. I stopped being pleasant when you insult Gopher.
You got that off your chest. Now, may I come in?
Please, do come in. I was just leaving anyhow.
Anyway, I really like modeling, but my real goal is to become a doctor.
Hey, we got a lot in common. I need to see a doctor.
Well, you have to understand my position, Booker. I got to go to school and talk to my kid's teacher.
Roseanne, here at Wellman Plastics, we are a team. And I'd like to make us a winning team.
It's hard to understand how a fellow as attractive as you are.
Attractive?
Oh, take your eyes. You have very expressive eyes.
So do Cocker Spaniels.
Oh, that's another thing. You have such a wonderful sense of humor.
Joey, why don't you let us give you a ride home? Hey, better yet, how would you like to come over to our house for a little milk and cookies?
Go back to your house? With Daddy? Okay, I got my pay.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue with Michael J. Fox, the Fonz, and cast reunions of Happy Days and the Brady Bunch.
ABC Wide World of Sports, 1975. Evel Knievel jumps 13 buses.
He's down and he is hurt. Oh, my God.
And survives.
But you are the last people in the world who will ever see me jump, because I will never, ever, ever jump again. I am through.
Tonight's presentation on ABC.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Always think safety when working with a spinning lathe. You notice I didn't wear a necktie. We got a lot of letters about this. You want nothing hanging out and no loose clothing. Possibility. Let me finish. Sometimes you... Al, I was going to get to that. You saying this thing needs more power? Let me open it up. I can make this thing go faster.
Well, why don't we just save you the trouble and throw it up against the wall?
Please welcome the star of Home Improvement, Tim Allen.
Thank you. My mom always said you should bring a gift to a party like this, so I brought some catchy slogans for the new ABC. All right, and there's some to pick from. Here you go. ABC, our millionaires are real, not skanky construction workers. Or ABC, 50 years old, 32 years of quality television. Yep, there you go. For 8 seasons, ABC was 100% supportive. And when I mean supportive, I mean they just stayed out of our way creatively. You know, we were #1, ABC's #1 show. For the younger ABC execs out there, a #1 show would be at the top of the list. I already got the gig, folks. Already got the gig. I am thankful to be part of this wonderful family for the 13 of the 50 years. Congratulations to ABC. I wish you a long life success, big ratings, and one last slogan. ABC, we're survivors, not a show. It's what we do best. Happy 50th, ABC.
From According to Jim Belushi and Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Over the last 50 years, ABC has showcased some of the best sitcom dads in history. From Robert Young in Father Knows Best to Tim Allen in Home Improvement.
We found an old episode of Leave It to Beaver where Beaver's best friend, Whitey, dares him to climb onto a billboard. And we wondered, how would one of today's sitcom dads handle one of yesterday's sitcom problems?
Leave It to Beaver.
I say it's real soup. Well, I say it isn't. Then prove it. How can I prove it? Well, you can climb up there and see.
Okay. Boy, Whitey, I'll prove there's no soup up there. What a dumb kid you are.
Yeah, I'm a dumb kid, all right.
Easy now.
Oh, fireman, save my child!
Did your father get back with Beaver yet?
Yeah, he just brought him back from Whitey's. He's upstairs talking to him now, so I thought I should get lost.
Well, Whitey said there was soup in the bowl, and I said there wasn't. And he said there was, and I said
Stop right there. How many times have I told you about Whitey? Listening to Whitey is always going to get you in hot soup. It was embarrassing, wasn't it, Beaver?
it was like I was up there with no clothes on.
That's just where Whitey wanted you. Promise me this. You can play with Whitey, and when you grow up, you can work with Whitey. But never, ever trust Whitey again. Promise me this.
I sure will, Dad.
And that lesson is as easy as ABC.
The star of Life with Bonnie Hunt.
The Brady Bunch was one of the most famous sitcoms in television history, and for many reasons. I think because a lot of people like to watch a happily married couple. For me, I grew up in a family of 7 children. I had 6 brothers and sisters, so we would all watch the show together. Of course, our house was never as neat. My mother never came to breakfast in full makeup. My father never ate dinner in a suit, and we never formed our own band, but other than that, it was very relatable. Let's take a look.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marcia is at this, or how wonderful Marcia did that. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own.
Brady,
They were born and living all together.
Hey, you guys.
We became the Brady Bunch.
The whole blooming Brady Bunch.
Please welcome the cast of the Brady Bunch. Florence Henderson, Andy Davis, Maureen McCormick, Barry Williams, Susan Olsen, and Christopher Knight.
Of the club that's made for you and me. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. M-I-C.
See you real soon.
K-E-Y.
Why? Because we like you.
M-O-U-S-E.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration. A look back at 5 decades of great television will continue with Oprah Winfrey, great moments from the Oscars, and an anniversary surprise from the cast of Alias.
Who has hosted more Oscars than anyone else? Was it Bob Hope, Johnny Carson, or Billy Crystal? The answer when we return. Did more Oscars than anyone else? Was it Bob Hope, Johnny Carson, or Billy Crystal? Bob Hope had the honor of hosting the Oscars 18 times.
This is the night devoted to one man, Oscar, or as he's known around my house, the fugitive.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar-winning actress, Angelica Houston.
As our world struggles for harmony, there's a diplomat named Oscar who's done an outstanding job of bringing millions of us together every year for one magical night. It all happens at the Academy Awards, as more than 90 countries tune in to celebrate the universal language of film. ABC began hosting the Academy Awards back in 1960, and we'd like to share just a few of the memorable highlights that we've enjoyed throughout the years.
Good evening, Hollywood phonies.
Welcome to the Oscars, or as it's known at my house, Passover.
2 hours of sparkling entertainment spread out over a 4-hour show.
So how are we doing on time? Oh, we got 5 hours.
Before I got on the trapeze, I asked them if they had taken safety precautions. They said yes, Billy Crystal.
It's a wonderful night for Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. Who will win?
The only one guaranteed of waking up with a statue is Tipper Gore.
There are no losers here tonight, but we're about to change all that.
So let's see which one you like, you really, really like.
And the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar
goes to.
Hello, gorgeous. I can't tell you how encouraging a thing like this is.
I want to thank my mother and father for having me, and my grandmother and grandfather for having them.
And everybody I ever met in my entire life.
This might be the one time I'm speechless.
I'll just say what's in my heart. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Roberto!
You broke my streak.
Please welcome Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon. Pay attention. I'm sure they're pissed off about something.
And you know how the studios like to spread those stories about stars being romantically involved.
Well, it sells tickets.
Kid, if we were romantically involved, I'd sell tickets.
Can you stand there in your red tuxedo and honestly say that I am not Oscar material?
Oscar Mayer, maybe.
No greater honor can come to any man than the respect of his colleagues.
You are seeing my dream come true.
It is a long journey to this moment.
If Dirty Harry said, "Do you feel lucky?" I'd say, "You're damn right I do."
All thanks for the memory of all stars.
Thank you very much. That makes up for the strip search.
You've given me a wonderful life. God bless you.
Welcome to ABC's Monday night primetime National Football League television series.
47 seconds to play. The Browns lead 24-21. Before more than 85,000 people, Snyder almost gets Namath. The pass is intercepted. It is intercepted by number 52, Billy Andrews. Here's a depressed Joe Namath.
Ladies and gentlemen, Football Hall of Famer and the most valuable player of Super Bowl III, Broadway Joe Namath.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, folks, what I think about that first Monday night football game, you know, I mean, well, here's what I think. We lost. Being the first game for us and being the only game on television, it was kind of weird. We kind of felt like we were on stage. You know, I mean, this was the big event. And you know what? When Howard Cosell said something, when he said anything, it just sounded so important. Well, after 509 games, Monday Night Football is still the big event. And ABC has two of the best behind the mics. The man who has logged more time in prime time than anyone else, Al Michaels, and record 13-time Emmy Award winner, Mr. John Madden. Ladies and gentlemen.
Joe, I think back to 1970, Roone Arledge and then NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle had this crazy idea. They said, what about football in prime times? What about football on Monday night? And Roone actually thought the NFL could find a home in prime time with people like Lucille Ball, Flip Wilson, Marcus Welby on the schedule at that time. Outrageous. And everybody in this industry thought Roone was a nut job.
Yeah, but America was ready. Ready for dancing halfbacks and growling linebackers and big old beefy linemen. Ready for some football. Monday night, baby. You gotta feel good tonight. Monday night.
Oh, my rowdy friends are here on Monday night.
All right, we ready for some football?
It's the highlight reel ready. And nobody catches Bo. How do you like that? Unbelievable. He's going to score.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Touchdown Sanders.
William Perry bites the football.
Goodbye. And Dickerson's huge night continues.
The kind of game we expected tonight.
An amazing play.
He's gone.
Lord, you can take me now. I've seen it all.
Viewers had never seen football the way ABC approached it on Monday nights.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Howard Cosell. Welcome to still another Monday night of NFL football.
You see, it wasn't just another game to us. It was an entertainment extravaganza which quickly became television's main event.
Yes, it's Monday night. Let's go.
He still wears a cup.
I'll tell you, it's no Burt Reynolds. I didn't know you cared.
ABC's Monday Night Football has not only changed when we watch, but what we watch as well.
I can't remember not watching Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football has probably done more for the NFL than any other broadcast.
And a lot of it is the announcing.
Jones made the catch, had the first down, and then came back.
A lot of it is just the crew itself, the production of it is so very, very good.
And off on 81.
When you walk to the stadium and you see the big ABC signs and things like that, you know something important is going on.
Dun, 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 dun.
ABC revolutionized the way football, and for that matter, sports, were televised. The first three-man booth, isolation shots, reverse angle replays, super slow-mos. They were all ABC's innovations that are now taken for granted. But it's not just about technology, it's about the game.
He's gone. He's gone all the way. What you've seen tonight is a truly great football player.
Look out, he's got great speed.
99 yards and a half.
And they're going to go his way. He's got the record. He did it.
And with a huge cast and a new dramatic plot every week, ABC's Monday Night Football is now bigger than ever.
Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. It's a Super Bowl season. We're going to rock, rock, rock it. Players at the ready. Al and John at the mic. All my rowdy friends are here for Monday night.
She's an actor, producer, and host of her own show. Ladies and gentlemen, 16-time Emmy Award winner, Oprah Winfrey.
ABC introduced America to a whole new era of entertainment in the 70s. Movies for television. From the beginning, they've informed, they have enlightened us about complex subjects and controversial people. But you know something? They've also encouraged us to reach a little higher or think a little deeper.
I know the last thing you want to do is hurt your children. But you almost killed your baby girl last night.
You don't know what it's like.
I know exactly what it's like.
Hey, upstairs. Hey, Brian Piccolo.
We just got word that Brian Piccolo is very sick. He might never play football again.
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be.
Thanks.
We're not gonna give up. We stand for the oppressed people of the world.
Mr. President, we have no option but to launch a military response to our military attack. We're on very hazardous ground, yeah. Am I going to launch an all-out nuclear war?
Okay, I'll just keep remembering there's a murderer behind me.
How could he have epilepsy?
He's my boy, and I'm his mom. I'm just doing what I think is right.
Bye, Robbie.
All my life, I've been doing what I was told. First Ma, and then you.
Well, these dolls. This is all that's feeding our young'uns now.
And they're mine.
I can't go back to school?
They're afraid.
Afraid of what?
AIDS.
But nobody can get it. Not by me just going to school.
I know that.
Over 300 missiles inbound now. Lawrence, Kansas. Is anybody there?
My father's been messing around with me.
I know. Amelia's telling the truth, Stephen. Oh, Gina, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of feeling like a hospital case. Like some weirdo kid who can't even breathe normal air because he might get sick and die.
I'm a lucky man.
You're lucky?
Yeah. I still got time to teach my final course.
About dying?
Not about dying, about living. When you know how to die, you know how to live.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue with Dennis Franz, Peter Falk, Richard Chamberlain, and a Laverne and Shirley reunion.
Sydney, before we go to Kajagoogoo, look at this.
What does this mean? We have a new partner?
I'm not sure. I just came in from Langley.
This makes no sense. He's not even CIA.
Well, apparently he's that good.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't mean to bother you, but, what the hell is this place?
CIA Operations Center. I'm Sydney Bristow.
Oh, yes. I'm Lieutenant Colombo. We met before. Funny, I remember you was older. Taller, with gray hair, with male genitalia.
That's my father.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
Welcome to the CIA.
Hey, it's great to be here. Thank you. Luke Perry?
Michael Vaughn.
Right. So the boys downtown, they tell me that we're new partners.
This is Talisa Montbego. He's a former K-Directorate assassin who's been on the SVR payroll for 6 months.
This morning, we intercepted a communique that was taken from a KH-12 satellite.
Verbal? Ciphertext. Analysis decrypted half the message.
It references a code that matches a number from page 47 of the Rimbaldi manuscript.
What the hell are you talking about, honestly? Does anyone understand this stuff?
You guys gotta check this out. I just made it this morning. Now, this looks just like a normal pen that you would, right, can I take your order? Something like that. But actually, it is a compressed air dart gun. It's got a laser sight, and it's accurate up to 50 feet.
No kidding. That's a dart gun? I see that.
Hey, is it?
Montbego's having a party tomorrow night. He'll enter the estate from the north wall. We'll jack into the security system and shut it down. The plan is to enter the house through the outdoor-indoor swimming pool. You'll be wearing this.
Okay.
This is for Sydney.
Lieutenant, exactly why did Langley send you here?
Langley didn't send me here.
Then who did?
Michael Eisner. He asked me to come in, do what I can to make your show easier to follow. He's watched it a few times. He still don't know what the hell it's about. Eisner also wanted me to make your show funnier.
This isn't funny. No one watching thinks this is funny.
Well, my job's done. Sorry to bother you.
Dear God, that was strange.
From Alias, Jennifer Garner and Michael Bartrand.
We want to thank Peter Falk for being part of that wonderful evening. It's just so nice to be with a guy in a raincoat in LA who's not flashing.
Columbo may have been the most famous, but the truth is he was just one of the many cops and detectives who were the backbone of the greatest law enforcement team in America, the crime fighters of ABC.
Federal race, here we are.
That's terrific.
When you take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
I think I need some kind of outfit.
Shall we activate the back computer?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, hello.
I know who killed Laura Palmer.
Well, thank you, sir. I surely appreciate that. Please call us back.
This is serious.
Who are you?
Mundy. Alexander Mundy.
Franked out. Name? Richard Kimball.
You're an angel. That's what they tell me.
You pigs looking for us?
Time for you to leave.
New sneakers, huh? What happened to the other ones? They got covered with blood?
How'd I do?
That was excessively violent and completely unnecessary. And I loved it.
From NYPD Blue, the actor who has earned 4 Emmys playing Detective Andy Sipowicz, Dennis Franz.
Thank you. The New York City Police Force covers 76 precincts and employs more than 39,000 cops. For the past 10 years, I've had the privilege of portraying one of them. Our creative team digs deep, sometimes brutally so, for characters we hope are honest, insightful, compassionate, and often irreverent.
Hey, Eddie, tell the sergeant I gotta take care of something.
There's a John Clark works homicide up in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's my dad, John Clark Sr.
Let's go, Junior.
Connie McDowell.
Who's he?
Sipowicz.
I think we should call it quits. Meaning what? Meaning us being partners. That's no problem. It's no problem at all. Get your hands off me. Just get away from me, Kelly, or so help me, I'll clean your clock. Where'd you bury the rug?
Are you with the DA's office? I mean, who are you? You get someone in here who can work me out a deal. Your deal is that I don't bust your skull open. Now, where'd you bury the rug?
You're doing good, Danny. You get tired, you lean on me.
Thanks very much.
Can you stay a while?
I'll stay as long as you need.
To celebrate tonight, we put together a little reunion. Some of our family who have represented New York's finest. Past cast members Kim Delaney, Gail O'Grady, Sharon Lawrence, Nicholas Turturro, Andrea Thompson, and current cast members Gordon Clapp, Bill Brockstruck, Henry Simmons, Garcelle Bouvet-Nylon, Jacqueline Obradors, Esai Morales, Charlotte Ross, and Mark Paul Gosselaar.
When we return, a tribute to the groundbreaking miniseries Roots and the Love Boat cast reunion.
1954, the first ever broadcast of the Miss America pageant. 27 million people tune in to see Lee Merriweather crowned Miss America.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, from The Love Boat, Captain Stubing, Gavin McLeod.
The Love Boat, which will always be my favorite cruise line, set sail on ABC in 1977. It was a lot of fun, navigating through the smooth seasons of laughter and romance.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard.
Well, you're not just the captain to us, sir. You're the head of the family.
This cruise has certainly been a humdinger.
It sure has.
Please help me in welcoming my fabulous shipmates, Bernie Capel, Fred Grandy, Ted Lyons, and little Jill Wheeler.
ABC News, Barbara Walters.
Thank you and good evening. 50 years of ABC, huh?
I've been here for more than 27 of those years. The only people here at ABC News who have been here longer are Ted Koppel and Peter Jennings and Sam Donaldson. We are either very loyal or very lazy. I spent 15 years at NBC's Today Show when ABC made me an offer I couldn't refuse, to be the first female co-anchor of a network news program. The problem was that my partner, Harry Reasoner, didn't want a partner. We began on October 4th, 1976.
Harry Reasoner. Barbara Walters.
Good evening and Happy New Year. Harry has the day off. And it was all downhill from there. Finally, Harry went back to CBS, and I began to work my way back.
10 seconds to Barbara.
Good evening.
This is Barbara Walters in Cairo.
In retrospect, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So you don't feel that women are in that sense, equal, that they have the same intelligence or ability?
Not so far. Maybe you will become in the future. You can always have some exceptions.
Here and there. Then in 1984, I found a permanent home at 2020, alongside my old pal from the Today Show, Hugh Downs. Does he ever have that? 2020 has given me the opportunity to interview every American First Lady and President since Richard Nixon. Are you sorry you didn't burn the tapes?
Yes, I think so.
Which brings to mind all those questions I took a deep breath before asking. Do you drink too much? We read that you are unstable, that you are mad. Did you ever order anyone killed? Why did you kill John Lennon? Did you kill your wife?
Of course not.
And then there was Monica. Ah, yes, Monica. The biggest get of the decade, where almost every question made me squirm. But it hasn't all been murder and mayhem. For the past 27 years, my celebrity specials have allowed me to talk with some of the greatest stars in show business.
People can be very cruel. People coming in back of me saying, hey, your nose is not that big. Are you Barbara Streisand?
But there's two Barbaras. There's Barbara S. and Barbara W.
And I want to hang around as long as I'm healthy and not in anybody's way.
What's been the best time of your life?
Right here, right now, with you.
You guys remember when you first learned about sex?
Well, I didn't learn about sex until I started to do this show, and now I know more about sex than I ever wanted to know. 6 years ago, we started The View. Who ever thought it would catch on?
Let's do the tango, do the tango.
How lucky I've been to have my heart moved and my mind expanded. And every now and then, there's a moment of magic.
Tango, to really get the feeling of romance.
And with some good luck and a good lighting director, I can just keep on dancing.
Do the dance of love.
You know, with another dawn already beckoning on the East Coast and another Good Morning America just hours away, we're going to go now to New York to join my colleague, Diane Sawyer.
And thank you, Barbara. You know, it's such fun to look back at the priceless mornings of Good Morning America over, would you believe it, the last 27 years.
Just gonna put it right there.
Sure, some things and some faces have changed.
You think you put in enough bourbon?
I think he did. From hairstyles to heartthrobs, some we've watched grow up here.
Yeah, baby.
Right before our eyes. Through it all, this has been a place where good mornings begin. And when it comes to the important first news of the day, we've always been the place Americans can turn to.
There is a new sadness around the world this morning. John Lennon was murdered late last night.
From tragedy to triumph to history as it's made.
It all comes down to the state of Florida.
Through all the presidents.
Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan,
So help me God.
William Jefferson Clinton.
How good it is to have you with us this morning.
To some stories that have forever changed us. We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center. We've never been confined to a studio.
Joan and I here, getting ready for the big celebration of Lady Liberty.
Taken to the road, crisscrossing not just America and all 50 states, but taking you with us to the far ends of the world. Over the years, waking up to Good Morning America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Has meant waking up with movie stars, superstars, comedians, and music. There's just something about Good Morning America that turns people loose.
They will poke your eyeballs out, and I'm not kidding about that.
We've cooked up a storm.
Look at that. You're not going to kick it up a notch. You're going to kick it up about 40 notches.
And we've walked down the aisle. We've even made morning television history. Fasten your seatbelts. We are live at 3 maternity wards. We've been lucky to share life's big and little moments with all of you. We've cheered.
Are you ready for some football?
We've danced. We even sing.
I got you, babe.
Or we try to. From the early days to today, it's been thrilling.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, America.
All the extraordinary people we've met, the places we've been, and to think of all the stories yet to be told. We're so glad you've come along with us, and we'll see you all in the morning.
Thank you, Diane. Over the years, I have been with so many different men, but our next guest might be my all-time favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Downs.
Well, that program that we shared so many happy years on was called 2020, and 2020 means clear vision. Sometimes we may have been a little bit myopic, but very seldom. We would strive for 2020.
We did. And tonight, in these troubled times, as we look backward, we also strive to be farsighted, and we hope that the years ahead bring vision and accomplishment.
(1977), Mr. Rourke in Tattoo welcomed everyone to Fantasy Island and continued to do so for 7 years.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
From Jimmy Kimmel Park, Jimmy Kimmel.
In 1968, everyone's idea of a TV cop was a straight-laced white guy with good posture and a crew cut. And then came the Mod Squad.
Andy was something else. I can dig it.
It's an upside world. There's something happening that doesn't go by the book, and he doesn't dig that. You don't know what I dig.
No way to divide 3 and come up even. Now we are in it.
Please welcome the stars of the Mod Squad, Michael Cole, Peggy Lipton, and Clarence Williams III.
We will return with Roseanne, Charlie Gibson, and a tribute to Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali.
1950, Ethel Waters, star of Beulah, becomes the first African-American actress to star in her own television series.
When you talk like that, I can almost smell orange blossoms myself. What a man.
Thank you very much, and welcome once again to American Bandstand.
This one's called Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley. What is the latest album called, please?
Fun, fun, fun.
All right, with the Beach Boys.
It's Janet Jackson. This is Madonna.
What are your dreams? What's left?
To rule the world.
Hey, that's going to have to do it. Thanks so much for watching. So long.
Please welcome Dick Clark.
the first national broadcast of American Bandstand happened on a summer afternoon in 1957. And at that time, the other networks felt kind of comfortable with popular music, but ABC took a risk. The network opened its doors and gave rock and roll a home. And after 5 fabulous decades, the beat goes on.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart, think it over. They say our love won't fade away. Nor at night our honey darkens pale. I got you, babe.
From London, the Rolling Stones.
Well, I had you to myself. I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always make you stand out in a crowd. Don't make me lose it.
Sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye. This is a song for the lonely. Can you hear me tonight? It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be
In 1999, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sweeps ABC to #1.
The U.S. president appeared on Laugh-In as Richard Nixon. That's my final answer.
This is the final answer heard all around the world. He's won $1 million.
From the George Lopez Show, please welcome George Lopez.
I grew up watching television with my family, and since I'm an only child, that means I was the remote. My grandmother would tap me on the back of my head, Channel 5. And stand right here in case I don't like it. It was my job to turn up the volume or change the channel, and it was the most important job because at all times, I had to know the whereabouts of the pliers. Remember, this was before cable, and we had what they used to call rabbit ears. The antenna was actually on the TV. And you would always get better reception if there was like tin foil at the tips, you know. And you were holding it, you know, you go, perfect. Watching TV with my own family, I've noticed that TV families have changed a lot over the years. From the people who make up the family unit to the things they talk about, even the language they talk about them in. What hasn't changed are some of the tough issues that TV has the courage to take on. Here are some TV families talking about, it's not believable like that, is it? Orale, here's a lot of people talking about that's what got me the show. Talking about one of the most challenging problems our kid faced today. Orale, right there.
I should think you'd rather be out playing football than attending some dance with a bunch of girls.
Oh, fiddlesticks, I think it's a very nice idea.
Well, maybe you're right.
After all, he's not going to be playing football all his life, but he will be meeting and associating with people. And girls are people.
I'll drink to that. Girls make me sick. When do they stop making a guy sick?
I guess girls stop making you sick just about the same time baths stop making you sick.
How will I know what happens to me?
Well, one of these days when you're checking your own ears for dirt, girls are gonna start looking good to you.
Never guess what happened to me.
Well, I'll take a stab in the dark. What happened?
Harvey Klinger walked me home.
No. Oh, Marcia, that's wonderful.
The bugs worked. And that's not all. He asked me to go steady with him. I said yes if you say yes.
When a young man sees a beautiful girl, his heart beats faster and, well, all the blood rushes to his heart. That means that the blood leaves his ears and they don't work very well.
Mom, did you just tell me the facts of life?
You did.
You're blushing.
All right, that's enough.
Daddy, I want to go on the pill.
I see. You want me to tell you that it's okay for you to go on the pill. It's not okay.
I was thinking that it's time for me to get some birth control.
Isn't it great, Roseanne? That Becky has such a wonderful, progressive, open-minded mom that she can talk to about that.
Oh, sure!
Sex is, it's like a car. The best idea is to keep the car in the garage for a long, long, long time. And then somewhere in the future, the distant future, when that garage door opens, you gotta think car cover.
Listen, Junior, when you have sex for the first time, you're gonna remember it forever. It's gonna be the most memorable 30 seconds of your life. Having sex is a lot different than you've been imagining.
How?
For one thing, there's another person in the room.
Just want to add one little thing to what your mom said. Men are pigs. They just want to go to bed with you. And if they say they love you, they're lying because they just want to go to bed with you. And if you're stupid enough to actually let them go to bed with you while they're in bed with you, they're thinking about going to bed with somebody else. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. I used to be a man before I got married.
I'm doing this research on a column.
Uh-oh. He wants to ask us about sex.
Actually, I don't want to talk about you. I'd like to talk about other kids. Theoretically, do you think that a lot of them are, you know, sexually active?
A lot of kids realize that you only have one chance for a first time, so it's kind of worth waiting for until you're absolutely sure you're ready.
Wow, Beach. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
I know.
You think you hate me, but you don't, because hate and love are intertwined.
Whatever we had died years ago.
You're gonna regret this. I'll make you pay for this, Blake. You're gonna regret this. Damn you!
Ladies and gentlemen, Dynasty star Joan Collins.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here tonight, and you can't imagine what a joy it was playing the vicious Alexis Carrington on Dynasty. The clothes, the jewels, the fights, and the fan mail. Tonight, we are going to talk with ABC viewers about their memories, some of which may remind you of your own. So to start with, let's listen to what viewers had to say about one of ABC's most unforgettable characters.
Howard Cosell.
In terms of sportscasting, Pantheon.
Howard was the man.
Oh, Howard Cosell shot with a 9mm. He gave you everything.
He wasn't looked at as just like another annoying reporter. He was looked at as like, oh, it's Howard Cosell. We can tell him what's going on.
His biggest asset is when he hooked up with Muhammad Ali.
And it was fun to watch. And I think that Cosell's relationship with Ali, it wasn't just comedy.
They had a lot of respect for each other.
He and Ali were a great team.
They were great for America.
Olympic boxing gold medalist and world champion in 5 different weight classes, Sugar Ray Leonard.
They were television's real-life odd couple. The Louisville Lip, the Brooklyn lawyer turned broadcaster. An odd couple who share something very, very special. A respect for one another and the courage to stand alone.
This, of course, is the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali, or Cassius Clay as you will.
This fella making all this noise is Howard Cosell. You know I'm the king of the ring. I do what I want.
What we have just seen, perhaps, is the heavyweight champion of the world in what should be his true profession, that of a professional dancer.
The Ali Shuffle is a dance that will make you scuffle. Right there, see?
It is true that I do a lot of talk, and everything I say, I mean to back it up.
Fact of the matter is, what you stand for. Is that right?
Oh, that's right. Everyone knows that. And I will say here boldly, now on television, no.
Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
You should have enough of me by now.
I haven't had enough of you by now. Apparently, I'm going to have a lot more of you. Statement?
No.
You're being extremely truculent.
Whatever truculent mean, if that's good, I'm there.
That left! Floored him! It came from nowhere! Ali came through with a left!
Walk, stand now. Stand by me.
The crowd screaming, and now Ali is behaving like the old Ali.
I'm Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. I brought to boxing the anchor punch, the ghetto whopper, the bolo punch, the Malaysian waltz, the double shuffle, the Russian tank, the rope-a-dope, the mirage. He is a giant, a positive legend, and he has made it to the ring, and the uproar is deafening. Without me, you'd never be where you are. Ali, the wise fighter.
I've made you famous enough. Everywhere I go, you follow me to get your name in the papers and on television.
Good luck. You are the greatest.
Thank you, Howard.
Now, let's go back to Jim McKay.
I won Cosell.
For the rest of today.
I won Cosell. I'm the greatest fighter of all times. All times. Of all times.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali.
Return with Drew Carey, a Happy Days cast reunion, and a celebration of the ABC miniseries, Roots. Ladies and gentlemen, LeVar Burton.
The year was 1977, and ABC had decided to tell the remarkable tale of Alex Haley,
in his phenomenal quest to trace his family's roots back 7 generations to Kunta Kinte, a warrior Mandinka sold into slavery from his West African homeland. And even though they believed the multi-hour series to be exceptional drama, the network executives were uncertain that America would embrace a show in which the black characters were heroes and whites, for the most part, were the villains. And by all accounts, the gutsy decisions paid off, and television history was made. That winter, Americans turned to their TVs in unprecedented numbers, and in the process, shared a timeless lesson in the indomitable power of the human spirit.
I was glued to my set just like everyone else.
I think I saw every single episode.
We all watched it. I mean, everybody watched it.
You couldn't get a hold of anybody. You couldn't call anybody during that time. You'd go to the store and there'd be nobody in the stores.
It was definitely something that we watched together as a family.
Kunta Kinte. That's right. That was his name.
I mean, just the title alone, Roots. Roots means family. It's the beginning, where it started. Anybody can relate to that.
We'll give him a very good life.
We've given him life, Binta. Good or not good, that is for Allah to say. Kunta Kinte.
It was a new way of looking at television, the notion that something couldn't all be done in one chapter.
Everybody in America knew that there had been slavery. But Roots personalized it in a way that it had never been personalized before.
It really hit me. Human beings soul. Sure, we read it in a book or a teacher would tell you.
Soul.
But to see it like that.
Kunta continues, no matter what they did to him, trying to escape to show his freedom. They kept trying to tell him his name was Toby, and he kept telling him his name was Kunta Kinte.
That wasn't who he was. I understood that.
What's your name?
Kunta Kinte.
When the master gives you something, you take it. He gave you a name. It's Toby. What's your name?
Kunta.
What's your name?
Toby.
Cut him down.
I will never forget it because I actually saw the perspective of stories that my grandmother and my grandfather growing up in the South said about slavery.
Don't you care what that white man call you? It could be another day.
I think everybody who watched it talked about it.
I don't think it was planned in school. We ended up having spontaneous discussions in classes.
I actually embraced the characters as my own. They had become a family for me.
It gave us the platform to see. You know, before that we heard, but we never saw.
These were people that met each other, fell in love, had families, and suffered the pain. And every day, blacks and whites and Americans and others will look at each other in a different way.
Because it really managed to crawl right into the hearts of many Americans. That's a real accomplishment.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Ritter.
Happy anniversary, everyone! Long before I joined ABC, I remember sitting in front of our TV at home, spellbound by tales of the American West. My dad, Tex Ritter, was a singing cowboy, and he'd be there watching me watch television. Throughout the 50s, Westerns there were the bedrock of ABC's programming. As touchstones to America's past, they seemed to assure us that no matter how tough the predicament, the good guys always won.
have to, but I'll shoot the wound.
That's trouble with innocent men. There's just no fun at a hanging.
That is the orneriest honking attitude that I ever heard of.
How a divided man is useless to himself, to everyone else. I'm going after my wife.
Hello, dead man.
Put that gun away.
Well, I've never had to kill anyone yet. I'd hate to have you be the first.
Well, now you heard what the man said.
Sounds like my kind of job.
Ladies and gentlemen, star of the Big Valley, Lee Majors, star of Cheyenne, Clint Walker, and star of Planet Earth, Hugh O'Brien.
1990, Sammy Davis Jr. celebrates his 60th year in show business with Gregory Hines.
Chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Michael Eisner.
Tonight, the Walt Disney Company takes special delight in celebrating this golden anniversary with all our colleagues at ABC. The Wonderful World of Disney, which is the longest-running primetime series in television history. The show has enchanted 2 generations of Americans with classic Disney storytelling. It's a series that dates back to 1954, when it was hosted by Walt Disney himself.
And now, your host, Walt Disney.
Mickey and I started out the first time many, many years ago. We've had a lot of our dreams come true.
Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Davy Crockett, so the fox so cunning and free.
10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news.
I have found her.
I have found him.
Golly, sisters.
You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed.
Ta-da! You just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
I love you very much, Annie.
And I love you, Daddy Warbucks.
ABC's 50th Anniversary Celebration Special. A look back at 5 decades of great television will continue with George Lopez, Michael J. Fox, and ABC's best miniseries.
afraid even we priests are weak and all too human.
You can marry me. You love me.
But I love God more.
I can't. Goodbye, my Maggie.
Please welcome Richard Chamberlain.
For all of us who worked on this fabulous project, The Thornbirds was an unforgettable experience. Throughout the years, the miniseries has acquainted millions of viewers with great writers like Herman Wouk, Leon Uris, and Irwin Shaw through dramatic adaptations of their work that have kept us all riveted to the screen.
I don't know how two boys can be so different.
We set the fire. What'd you do that for? You really want to know? Yes, why? Beats the hell out of me.
Damn the union!
You fools don't know what you've done. To yourselves, to your children, to all of us.
Hasn't this war caused enough pain?
Good to never forget you. Felt good to be free.
Containment breach! We've had a major containment breach! This is a code red! We've lost one of the bunks! Repeat, we've lost one of the bunks!
What did you people do?
Oh, Lord. And the world's so rich and lovely. Why can your children find nothing better to do than to dig irons in the ground and work them into vast, grotesque engines for blowing each other up?
Just shot my kids.
You're a cold-blooded, vicious murderer!
She loves me. She was holding on to me and begging me not to come back here.
You're lying because general anesthetic was given to all the non-Jewish patients and not to the Jewish patients. Is that correct?
Answer the question.
Yes!
Never seen anything like it.
Take a look.
Can I help you?
Sure, we'll find out. Give me what I want, and I'll go away.
We will strike down segregation. And we will go where we said we will go. You have a choice for love.
You stay away from her.
And if I don't?
I'm just not sure that I'm really ready to marry anybody right now.
I want to be a champion skater and a writer. I want to travel. I want to study languages. I want to do everything.
You always tell me I have to think for myself.
So I did.
Yes, I've heard how difficult it is to work with Judy Garland. Do you know how difficult it is to be Judy Garland? I've been trying to be Judy Garland all my life.
You were sensational.
I was, wasn't I?
I'll spot you 100 points.
Nope.
Canasta.
Nope.
Pinochle.
No.
Hearts.
No.
Old maid, crazy eight to go fish.
Go home.
Gin rummy.
Okay. One hand. But when I win, you go home.
Deal. Get it? Deal.
He's grown up, topping out at 6 feet. Please welcome Jameel White.
Wow. Did I do that? Family Matters was my home sweet home for 8 seasons. It aired on Fridays. And during the 90s, ABC's TGIF lineup was hot, hot, hot. Check it out.
We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGIF.
A 1 and a 2 and
Do you know what I feel coming on? A dance of joy?
Have mercy.
I'm free to do what I want any old time.
The boys are napping. You know what that means?
Oh, yeah.
We get to use the slide.
Catching! I said I'm free to do what I want any old time.
In America, you can do anything you want to do. You just have to set your sights high.
Could I be Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
Lower bounty.
Could I be Chief Justice?
We'll rent an apartment that you can all share. You can bring your girlfriends and boyfriends and do whatever you want, and Frank and I just won't have to know about it.
Really?
No!
You got it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Hello, y'all. I'm Steve's cousin, Myrtle Urkel.
I'd like to bring out Reginald Vell Johnson, Kelly Williams, and Thelma Hopkins. I love these people.
When we return, 2 of America's most loved Olympic gold medalists, ABC's hit drama series, and Laverne and Shirley. Ladies and gentlemen, in New York, Charlie Gibson.
ABC News has been on the air for a very long time now. And in the course of putting together thousands of broadcasts, we have experienced just about every on-air situation imaginable. So in order to protect ourselves for the next 50 years, we have come up with the top 10 rules for covering the news. Television news used to be so simple. All you had to do was remember who you worked for.
I'm Quincy Howe of ABC News.
50 years later, it's a lot more complicated. So here now are the top 10 rules for covering the news. Number 10, dress conservatively. This means a proper jacket,
11, 10,
freshly pressed trousers,
I just realized I have my pants on backwards. These are the pockets. You can put your hand in.
and matching shoes.
You get dressed in the dark, you try not to wake up the family, and sometimes you slip up.
What do you think will have happened by then?
Number 9, make sure your interview subjects speak at least a little English.
Today is 25 years. I took part.
If they don't, keep your composure.
Of the first artificial satellite.
Number 8, avoid working with animals.
They're very intelligent. They're very social. They can actually recognize themselves.
Well, they are very good. During commercials, I sit on Diane's shoulder, too.
But as you can see, Charlie, the animal probably... the animal probably...
Number 7, keep it clean.
The Vanna White doll. There we go. See? There you go. Whoops.
Number 6, always expect the unexpected.
This is what would happen.
Number 5, think safety first.
Oh, you got a train coming. There's a train coming. There's a train coming.
Number 4, remember that reporting from the field is harder than it looks.
I'll be back with the rest.
Number 3, know the names in the news.
And General John Shaliskavili. Can't we find somebody named Smith?
Number 2, always be yourself. And the number 1 rule of television news, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, remember, the camera is on.
This is Peter Jennings, ABC News, Cairo.
And now, please welcome 2 Good Morning America alumni who taught me those 10 rules, Joan London and David Hartman.
Thank you. And thank you, Carly Gibson. We will all remember that bonding that occurs between all of us who are sleep-deprived on television in the morning.
All of us at Good Morning America have appreciated so much having the privilege of trying to bring you, year after year, the news in a calm, quiet way, and information and human stories that you could take into your hearts, into your heads in some way, and personally help make your lives better.
Thank you.
1967, 72% of Americans watched the final episode of The Fugitive to see wrongly accused murderer Dr. Richard Kimball catch the real killer of his wife.
Yeah, I killed her. Now I'm gonna kill you. Won't have to worry about you again no more.
From the practice, Emmy winners Michael Badalucco and Cameron Manhart.
In television's first attempts at weekly dramas, lives were lived on the surface of things.
Today, one-hour dramas try to mirror the complicated realities of life.
Here's a look at just a few of the ABC dramas that we remember with pride.
You think it's tough defending the guilty, Lindsay? Try the innocent. It's terrifying.
2 little boys are dead, because I played my part. I played my part. Well, I can't play my damn part anymore.
We win, and we've got no problem getting ugly. It may be the best lawyering I've ever heard of.
Since when does an unhappy love life become more important than the practice of good medicine?
What could you possibly know about the world of cripples? You with your fine, strong, healthy body.
Many people need something to lean on. Whether you can see it or not, it's a world full of crutches.
People always say how you should be yourself. Like, yourself is this definite thing. Like a toaster or something. But every so often, I'll have, like, a moment when just being myself in my life is, like, enough.
Diane, 11:30 a.m., February 24th. Entering the town of Twin Peaks.
She's dead, wrapped in plastic.
Who killed Laura Palmer? Why does everything have to be so complicated?
Because it's about change, about moving forward, about knowing that when you move forward, you have to leave part of yourself behind.
I'm just mixed up about the whole thing. I don't know what to do.
How about not doing anything?
I'm sorry. I admit it. I really liked our life. I liked the fact that you were beautiful. And I liked the fact that you were exciting. I liked the fact that you had a dirty mind.
You're afraid. We are all afraid. But that's not the end of the story. Did you ever stop to think that fear could be your friend?
Yeah, it makes me throw up.
No, it tells you you're alive.
I made a mess of everything. I don't know what to do.
Do you want people to help you, Andy?
Please help me. Yeah.
The helicopters never stop coming. You'll cut off their hand, but you don't have to hold it. You don't stick around to see their eyes when they realize what's happened to them. You're not the last person they see before they die.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue with Jim McKay and the Agony of Defeat from ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Why has this man, Vinko Bogataj, been on ABC more than 3,000 times? The answer when we return.
Ladies and gentlemen, Olympic gold medalists Dorothy Hamill and Carl Lewis.
Just before we went to commercial, you were asked a question.
Why has Vinko Bogataj been on ABC more than 3,000 times? Does anybody know? Well, here's your answer.
Vinko Bogataj is the skier that reflects the agony of defeat in the opening title sequence of Wide World of Sports.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Oh, baby. What a terrible fall.
And here's a little anniversary surprise from Slovenia.
Please welcome Vinko Bogataj. Wondered what happened to him. The lasting image of a sidetrack ski jumper was brought to you by the longest running show in ABC's history.
Let's take a journey through 4 decades of agony and thrills.
With that familiar voice of ABC's Wide World and the Olympics, Jim McKay.
New and exciting global concept. I'm Jim McKay at Franklin Field in Philadelphia.
Wembley Stadium in London. Stadium from the Estadio Olimpico in Mexico City.
Innsbruck, Austria. The People's Republic of China.
The world has come to Los Angeles.
On ABC's Wide World of Sport. Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport. The thrill of victory. And the agony of defeat.
Look out! Look at him go! Oh, baby.
Wherever we wander, mountains majestic, tropics exotic, fields and tracks, courts and rings. Wherever we wandered, we found in our frontiers a global democratic principle in sport.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles?
We learned that any undertaking of body and soul could carry with it an essential dignity. Thousands and thousands of miles, events momentous and some just memorable.
It's beautiful. He made it. Triple nuts.
Just seeing something that has never happened in world competition.
Athletes celebrated and obscure. We found more than just thrills and agony, triumph and tragedy.
There were 11 hostages. 2 were killed in their rooms yesterday morning. 9 were killed at the airport tonight. They're all gone.
What we found were resonant stories, one after another.
Mark Spitz has 7 gold medals.
So many in our wide world won our respect by sharing essential truths, an ability to inspire, a spirit to excel. There were the ones who defied gravity, champions who rose
What a way to end it. He fell down. Jim Ray is down the track.
and fell.
Mary Decker falls down in the infield.
The ones who defied remarkable pain.
Oh, my God.
Julie Moss, Iron Woman in Hawaii's Iron Man. There was beauty in so many languages, spoken in Russian and Romanian. The human drama of athletic competition. We've drawn from a well that will never run dry.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true television Olympian, Jim McKay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. The late Roone Arledge, the man who changed the world of sports TV coverage forevermore, knew that the essence of any event in sports or news was the personality and the character of the human beings involved. He was the patient voice in my ear on that terrible day in Munich 30 years ago. It's still hard to believe that Roone is gone, but his influence on the world's most powerful medium remains, and it will endure. Thank you.
How dare you?
Because I felt like it, that's why.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I don't like your tone.
Well, you are not going to spoil our family vacation, okay? You are a conner. You are skipping school, blowing off that project. Now you sit down here.
Are you ever sorry we got married?
Every second of my life.
Well, she doesn't look like a lesbian, you know? I mean, lesbians are big old truck drivers that wear flannel shirts and faded jeans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roseanne.
Hello. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what this camera crew is doing up here with me. I know I am. But no. I'm happy to announce that I'm returning to ABC in my very own reality show. Why? Because there's nothing like a couple of brutally draining divorce settlements to bring a girl to her senses and back to the workplace. Thank you. And besides, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense because I'm the ultimate reality show. You all know I'm a survivor. And once again, a bachelorette. And every time I get divorced, another Joe millionaire is born. Everyone thinks reality TV is new, but actually it's been here since the earliest days of television.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
You asked for it. They say that there's a horse down in Louisville, Kentucky that actually drives a car all by himself.
Let's make a deal.
I'll give you $400 for that curtain.
Oh!
From Hollywood, in color, it's The Dating Game.
Hey, bachelor number 2, what do you have at your house that I like?
Me, I think.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
Boys just don't find me cool.
They will.
They will. They only like Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
So you accepted that?
Ever wonder what would happen if you crossed a golden retriever with a Pez dispenser? Here is an all-star montage.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue with Peter Jennings, The Fonz, Laverne and Shirley, and a Happy Days reunion.
(1981). General Hospital draws the largest audience in daytime television history with the marriage of Luke Spencer and Laura Baldwin.
My curse on you, Laura and Luke. My curse on both of you.
All right, guys, kickstand me. Right, Fonz. Kickstand. Up, up. All right. How's that, Fonz?
All right, now listen up, girls. One time only. Line right up here, kiss the Fonz for $1. Now, that's a bargain at any price.
Thanks very much. I'm sorry I had to put you through this. Thanks for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Fonz himself, Henry Winkler.
Three popular situation comedies, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, and Jody Loves Chachi. They can all trace their roots back to one family tree known as Happy Days.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Whoa.
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Oh, you look so great, Angela.
Thursday, Friday, happy days.
What do you think about his sex?
What do you?
Do you think maybe there's something wrong with us?
Yeah.
The weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your skin is so smooth. Hands off, that's me.
Ready to race to you.
Laverne. This is Laverne DeFazio. She's mine. And this is Shirley Feeney. She's yours, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, let me kiss a boo-boo.
Reggie, we're home.
A temple, Laverne. You have chosen to treat yours as an amusement park. There is no reason on earth why Prince Charming cannot walk through our front door. Hello. Hello. Hello.
And Mark. What up, Mark? 1, 2, 3. No contest. Let's go, Specimen. Nanu.
Mark, can you take a little constructive criticism? It's not nice to sit on your face. Champagne.
Fly, be free. Now, you all know my cousin Chachi.
How you doing, Blue Eyes? Wah, wah, wah.
Oh,
yeah? Well, you should look up.
Why do fools fall in love?
What a welcome. I think I'm going to come in again.
Marion and I have not climbed Mount Everest or
written the great American novel. But we've had the joy of raising 2 wonderful kids,
Hey, this is my sex talk. Yes.
watching them and their friends grow up into loving adults. And now, we're going to have the pleasure of watching them pass that love on to their children. And I guess no man or woman could ask for anything more. So thank you all for being part of our family. To happy days.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming 2 of the funniest women ever on television, Cindy Williams and Penny Marshall.
The people you work with on a TV show are a lot like your family. Well, Cindy and I were lucky enough to have an extended family, right?
Right. From Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, please welcome Marion Ross, Erin Moran, Anson Williams, Donnie Most, David Outlander, and Michael McKean.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now we would like to bring on a man who created memorable characters, wonderful situations with the stroke of his pen. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Marshall.
Thank you very much.
Ellen, are you coming out or not?
Yeah, Ellen, quit jerking us around and come out already!
We first heard that she wanted her character to come out at that
At her party.
in
She had a
June.
party.
She had a little party before we even started writing.
We all sort of like gathered around, and she says, I think this year I'm going to be coming out.
I finally decided I would come out, and it just made sense for the character to come out at the same time.
How did the executives react? Disney, ABC.
They were all very supportive.
Why can't I say the word? I mean, why can't I just say... I mean, what is wrong? Why do I have to be so ashamed? I mean, why can't I just say the truth? I mean, be who I am. I'm 35 years old. I'm so afraid to tell people. I mean, I just...
When was the last time you had a moment's doubt, wondering if it were the right thing?
A long time ago.
Ellen was just, her eyes were this big, the entire week. I think she couldn't believe it was happening.
The most difficult scene to rehearse was when Ellen said that she was gay. Because literally every time we rehearsed that, she burst into tears.
Susan, I'm gay.
The audience went insane. I mean, it was 2 minutes or 3 minutes of them screaming.
And just felt literally this like I was filled with joy.
In New York, please welcome ABC News anchor Peter Jennings.
Well, as we have learned again so recently, television is often not just a witness to history, but a player. Whether it be a war or conventions, congressional hearings, moonshots, crimes of the century, celebrations for the ages. Sometimes in covering the story, television becomes part of the story. And over 50 years, television has affected us profoundly and, in many cases, changed us.
We interrupt this program so that we may bring you this special report from ABC News.
Nothing about this business, this craft, has ever bored me for 20 seconds.
It's in the nature of news that you get to cover and participate sometimes in every form of human emotion. Sometimes great fun, sometimes frightening.
Have you ever personally killed someone who opposed you?
Never have. Sometimes very sad.
I have a dream
The first thing you have to know about me as a young reporter of civil rights in the mid-1960s is I was scared to death half the time.
This is Peter Jennings in Jackson, Mississippi.
I remember being chased by members of the Ku Klux Klan and thinking, where am I? What's going on here? I've never been chased out of a town in the worst parts of the world.
36 years ago, when I went to Vietnam, we were using film, not videotape.
All night long, the camp has been under enemy mortar attack.
So from the time that we shot a story in the field until the time that it got on the air, 2.5 days might have passed. Now, after spending a month on the front lines in Iraq, we were able to quite literally report this war live.
In all the years I've been at ABC, I am deeply impressed by the American people's interest in the world.
It was in February of 1972, I guess, that we all went to China.
ABC.
And that was about as close as going to the other side of the moon as I think American television has ever been able to take its viewers.
President Nixon was quoted today as saying he has nothing to hide.
Watergate came shortly thereafter.
I didn't go to Jerusalem with Anwar Sadat, but I was party to him planning that visit. Barbara Walters went with him from Cairo to Jerusalem.
There might be a ray of light. There might be some concession. There might be a somewhat different position down the road.
You are always like this.
I don't think there's anything that quite equals having a front row seat.
Do you control what is going on in the streets?
I've always felt that television news was a way to take people places.
Going to South Africa, it was the first time that a leading South African official, a white man, had sat down on television to debate a black man in South Africa. Somehow it was possible for Sandinistas and Contras when they were at war, Protestants and Catholics in Northern Ireland, Palestinians and Jews in Israel, to come together and to talk on Nightline at a time when they wouldn't talk to each other anywhere else.
We learned early this morning that Charlie Glass was kidnapped by gunmen just south of Beirut yesterday.
The hardest moment I ever had in my television career. Still. A friend of ours, an ABC colleague, I'd been best man at his wedding, had been kidnapped in Lebanon. We were desperately trying to find him. I don't really like to display my own emotions on television particularly, but sometimes it just catches you.
How many children have come into her nursery needing food like this?
We were led to really just a mound of earth in a field in Kosovo. And we were shown the pictures of the people who had been executed by the Serbs. And there were men and women and children. Yeah.
My strongest recollection, I have to tell you, from the Berlin Wall is very personal, has to do with my kids. I was standing on top of the wall broadcasting. Whoever thought we'd stand on top of the wall? In the middle of a break, a guy behind me, somebody yelled, "Hey, Pete!" He threw me up a piece of the Berlin Wall, and I just looked at it, and I thought, oh, that's just one of the great souvenirs. And then I realized, oh, I have 2 kids. So he threw up another piece.
We are so privileged. We get paid to go to the most interesting places in the world, to witness the most interesting events in the world, to talk to the most interesting people in the world. And truly, we never get bored, because if we lose interest in the story, there's always a next one.
I'm reminded by looking back at this, particularly for Ted and me, that if it hadn't been for ABC News, I don't think we'd ever have had an advanced education like it. We've seen the world and learned a lot about it thanks to ABC. And also, I'd have to say, primarily thanks to Roone Arledge, the president and chairman of this news division, who died several months ago. So much of what you have seen about our history would not have been possible without him.
ABC's 50th anniversary celebration will continue with Susan Lucci, Michael J. Fox, and a look at the final episodes of some of ABC's most memorable series.
1964, the Rolling Stones' first primetime American television performance on Hollywood Palace.
Make love to you, baby. Love to you, baby. Sweet love.
one of the original cast members of All My Children, Emmy Award winner Susan Lucci.
This evening, we showed you actors who got their start on primetime TV. But ABC daytime drama has launched its own share of stars. See if you can identify these talented beginners who had fun on daytime, exploring love, lust, betrayal, and revenge.
Admit you're a liar. Okay, I admit I lied. But I didn't know anything about Mrs. Martin.
Oh, my baby. Hey, I couldn't believe my eyes. Welcome home.
Oh, it feels so good.
Hey, listen, pull those bags, will you, before some stranger trips out on my...
I have my selfish reasons. I want to keep you all to myself.
Well, you're just loaded with reasons, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Now eat your breakfast.
Jay, are you trying to tell me that you care about me?
If our future depends on that piece of kitsch, we may as well hang it up now. Which of that cheesy leopard is not worth 5 cents? Make more money ripping off a thrift store.
Kendall, you have to get the letter today.
Forget it.
You know something? I don't really understand this family scene very much. You know why? Because every time I turn around, you're yelling at me. Now, if that's how it's gonna be, I'm back out on the streets.
She's gone.
Oh, God.
This is the face of HIV.
Are you saying that our divorce is the cause of Bianca's anorexia?
They're transplanting BJ's heart into Maxie.
From the Drew Carey Show, Drew Carey.
Thank you. As many of you know, I got kicked out of college twice before I became a TV star, so they picked me to introduce the tribute to Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock helped teach a generation about government, history, grammar, math, and science. It made these subjects fun, exciting, and the best part, there was no detention.
It's Schoolhouse Rocky, the chip off the block of your favorite schoolhouse, Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for me on Capitol Hill, well, then I'm off to the White House where I'll wait in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if he signs me, then I'll be a law. How I hope and pray that he will. But today I am still just a bill.
Electricity, electricity.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility.
Interjections, show excitement or emotion. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Darn, that's the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4-time Emmy winner, Michael J. Fox.
I know every single one of you people. I know all of you. Wow. No matter how creative or how successful, even great shows come to an end. The characters we spend time with week after week move on. Times change, and so do we. Looking back, here's how some of those we loved best said farewell.
Walter Whitebread, ABC TV. Used to be a big fan of yours. Well, still am, I guess.
Look, Walter, I enjoy a joke as much as anybody, but I gotta get some work done.
You don't know, do you?
Know what?
You're canceled.
What?
Listen, I just want to say, I'll miss you. And I love you, son.
Will it hurt?
No. You're just gonna fall asleep.
I remember you.
I couldn't save them all. But I saved some.
How do you thank somebody who's been everything to you? Your brother? Your protector? You delivered my own child. I just don't know how I could ever say that.
I think you just did.
I just want to tell you that I love you.
Very much.
Growing up happens in a heartbeat. One day you're in diapers, next day you're gone. But the memories of childhood stay with you for the long haul. I remember a place, a town, a house, like a lot of houses. And the thing is, after all these years, I still look back with wonder.
We'll return with 50 years of ABC stars, all on stage for an historic ABC family photo.
It's been an exciting 50 years at ABC. So many wonderful shows, so many fantastic memories. We want you to know how much we've enjoyed sharing them with you.
This is a personal vendetta.
Strap in tight.
Turn over.
For the season finale of Blue.
I'm gonna have your shield.
It's one heck of a ride to the final moment.
I just want the marriage part.
Of the season legends are made of. All new Blue, ABC Tuesday, 10/9 Central. Viewer discretion advised.
Wednesday, only Good Morning America takes you where cameras have never gone, behind the secretive, guarded walls of the FBI. If you're dazzled by The Matrix, wait until you see what the FBI's up to. Wednesday, an extraordinary 2 hours from deep inside the FBI.
His name is Elio Castro Neves. He's made speed his friend. He's made fences cool. Now he's trying to make history. The Indianapolis 500, Sunday on ABC.